The air hung heavy with the scent of plumeria and damp earth as the ferry chugged its way across the Sibuyan Sea. A young woman, Lila, stood at the railing, her gaze fixed on the island looming in the distance. Siquijor. Even its name, whispered on the wind, seemed to carry a weight of mystery and foreboding. Lila, a budding journalist, was drawn to it like a moth to a flickering flame. She'd come to investigate the whispers, the stories that clung to the island like the morning mist, tales of sorcerers and dark magic, of creatures that lurked in the shadows of the ancient Balete trees. Her grandmother, a woman steeped in the lore of the Visayas, had warned her against it. "Siquijor is a place of power, Lila," she'd said, her voice low and urgent. "A place where the veil between worlds is thin. Do not go seeking what you do not understand." But Lila, with the brashness of youth and a thirst for the truth, had dismissed her grandmother's words as superstition. Now, as the island grew closer, a prickle of unease danced down her spine. Siquijor was undeniably beautiful. Verdant hills rolled down to meet pristine beaches, and the turquoise waters sparkled under the tropical sun. Yet, beneath the idyllic facade, an undercurrent of something ancient and unsettling pulsed. Lila's first few days were spent exploring the island, talking to the locals. She visited the centuries-old churches, their walls whispering of Spanish conquest and fervent faith. She wandered through the markets, where vendors hawked strange concoctions and amulets alongside more mundane wares. She even ventured into the depths of the jungle, seeking out the healers who practiced traditional medicine, their knowledge passed down through generations. Everyone she spoke to had a story, a tale of a mysterious illness cured by a whispered prayer, a curse lifted by a herbal brew, a glimpse of a creature flitting through the shadows at dusk. Lila, ever the skeptic, tried to find rational explanations, but the sheer volume of these accounts, the conviction in the eyes of the storytellers, began to chip away at her certainty. One evening, following a tip from a local fisherman, Lila found herself at the foot of an ancient Balete tree. Its gnarled branches, draped in moss and vines, reached out like skeletal arms, casting long, eerie shadows in the fading light. The air around the tree hummed with an almost palpable energy. Locals claimed it was a portal, a gateway to the spirit world. Lila, her heart pounding in her chest, circled the tree, her hand brushing against its rough bark. As she did, a wave of dizziness washed over her, and the forest around her seemed to warp and distort. A low chanting, seemingly emanating from the tree itself, filled her ears. Panic clawed at her throat. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. An old woman, her face etched with wrinkles, her eyes glowing with an unnatural light. She held a staff carved with intricate symbols, and a necklace of strange talismans clattered against her chest. "You seek knowledge," the woman rasped, her voice like dry leaves rustling in the wind. "But knowledge comes at a price." Lila, frozen in fear, could only nod. The woman smiled, a chilling, toothless grin. "Then look," she whispered, pointing to the base of the tree. Lila's gaze followed the woman's bony finger. There, in the gnarled roots, she saw it, a swirling vortex of colors, a glimpse into another realm. Creatures with glowing eyes and twisted limbs writhed within, their forms shifting and changing. A wave of nausea swept over Lila, and she stumbled back, a scream tearing from her lips. When she looked again, the vision was gone. The old woman, too, had vanished. Lila, trembling, fled back through the forest, the chanting echoing in her ears. She left Siquijor the next morning, her journalistic curiosity replaced by a bone-deep fear. She never wrote her story, the memories too terrifying to put into words. But the island, and the glimpse she had been given into the darkness that lay beneath its beauty, haunted her dreams for years to come. And sometimes, late at night, she would hear the whispering on the wind, the chanting of the old woman, a chilling reminder of the secrets that lie hidden in the heart of Siquijor.